Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of It's About Time. We're going to call this one episode, whatever the last was, point 5. Because I know my buddy, partner in crime, Drew, was filming his episode in his hot tub. I know he wanted to get that going for a while. Seems like he left a couple little things out that I personally wanted to, without a doubt, add to his list of watch, I guess, do's and don'ts or whatever it is. So, customary, what's on the wrist? What is this? Oh my god. I was actually just wearing my Citizen. It's actually right over there near the window. So, yeah, that's what's on my wrist today. My Citizen Echo Drive. Let me give you guys maybe a little bit of a better look at it now. That way you guys can see. That's the other beauty right there. I don't know if you guys could see it before. It's the Atomic Timekeeper. I want to show you guys this is kind of cool. When the second hand gets to 15, you're going to see the minute hand right over here advance a little bit. We'll watch together. Look at that little thing. That's kind of cool, right? Alright, so anyways, I'm filming this on my brand new Samsung Galaxy S8. Just got it yesterday. Took me like 5 hours literally to get. Glad that I did. So let's get to the episode, right? So watch do's and don'ts, okay? I'm going to share a secret from the industry trade. One of the things I see a lot coming into the store. This is a don't, by the way. So a lot of, not a lot, but some watches have screw down crowns, meaning that the crown just physically screws into the case to tighten it, set the time and everything, and to seal it. And then when you want to change the time, you will then unscrew the crown counterclockwise, clockwise, whatever it is, and then the crown will pop out and you'll just set the time in general. It's just an extra added layer of protection and everything else like that. Please, when you do change the time on a screw down crown, don't leave it out. Please do. This is a don't and a do. Do screw it back in. We had a friend of ours who had an unfortunate incident, with one of his watches. Luminox, got moisture on the watch. I see it all the time. Screw your crown back in. If you're not sure if it has a screw down crown, consult your instruction manual and or send us an email. We'll find out for you. So that's one of the do's and don'ts. The other one, on the don't side, and this is especially for almost anyone, all right? One of the things that we do and don't recommend, do not play any sports really with an automatic on unless it has a special shock protector, something that's rated for high shock absorption. One of the brands that I know of that does that is Ball. Let's see. Some hand wind watches do that as well. They can absorb usually more, but it's usually more recommended if you're going to play a sport like golf or something else that's high impact and you really want to wear a watch. Not that why would you want to anyways, but if you really want to wear a watch, do it with a special patented shock absorbent kind of watch or whatever it is. Don't, because if you do that with an automatic, you will mess it up. Not a good idea. So rather, if you're going to really use a watch, do wear quartz. Just really the best thing to do. Another don't, with automatics especially, I've read a lot of reports on these. Don't keep automatics around like iPhones and iPads especially, and anything else that really is highly magnetized. I know many people, I've read this online in stories, including industry experts, that have left their automatic watches near an iPad for even 10 minutes, and it's been thrown off like crazy. Automatic watch movements have many hundreds, usually, tiny parts to them that can become easily magnetized. They're very sensitive. They're very delicate. Don't put those around magnets. Keep them very free of that. And then if you do put them around magnets, make sure to get the watch demagnetized. You could also get a demagnetizer machine. That'll run a lot. Take care of it for you. This is another don't. Don't drop your watch. Not a smart idea, whether it's an automatic or quartz, especially an automatic. I've had so many people come into our store, they drop watches, especially on the crown or something like that. Throws the whole watch off. You need a complete movement servicing. Cost yourself a few $100s or whatever it is there. So definitely don't drop your watch. It's meant to be worn on like the wrist. If you're gonna take it off, if you really need to, take it off like on your bed or something like that, or near a padded surface where it's not gonna really have a lot of room to fall. So that's a do and a don't, whatever it is. So water and gasket servicing. This goes back to my screw down crown point from earlier. I'm just gonna say this, okay? There are a lot of watches out there that are rated to high water resistance. Cool, I get it. They're rated, you could take them around the water. One of the things that I will suggest, okay, if you don't have to wear your watch in or around water, don't. Your seals, your gaskets, and everything else associated with protecting the case of the watch and your pushers and your crown will wear down over time. They're going to wear down enough over time with you screwing and unscrewing the crown. We're going to get to that in a minute. If you don't have to wear your watch around water, just don't do it. What's the point? You don't need to. Fine, if you're going to go diving, whatever it is, and your watch is rated for that, fine. If you have nowhere else to put it, cool. But in general, I know we did an episode on water resistance, and we've talked about water resistance in the past, and us having dive watch, bring them around water. If you don't have to, just don't do it. All right? Watch cleaning. One of the things I'm going to suggest, this is again, a do and a don't. First of all, don't ever operate your chronograph pushers, the buttons on the side, under water. Never a good idea. That's one of the easiest way for water to get into them. And also, do not take your crown out underneath the water, whatever it is. Again, you shouldn't. If you don't have to, don't wear it underwater. But always make sure everything is tight and secure before you clean your watch. I always recommend. Not even like really, it's not the best idea to run water underneath your watch. Best thing to do is to like fill up your sink a little bit with some like, lukewarm water, nothing too hot, nothing too cold. And just putting a little bit of maybe like light soap or whatever it is, and just giving it a little scrub with a Q-tip or anything else like that. That's the best way to do it. Give your watch a good cleaning, I would say once a week or so, give or take, or depending on how dirty it is. Once a week is pretty good. Just make sure, again, don't operate your chronograph pushers. Make sure your crown is in. If it's a 3 ATM watch, don't even try cleaning your watch. Just polish it with a cloth or whatever it is. And if it's like 5 ATM, fine. Just submerge it under a little bit of water, a little soap and things like that. Cleaning yourself. Let's see. And then also, the other thing you should do, like once a year, Drew and I highly suggest this. You even get one of the water pressure test machines that we did in one of the episodes. Test your watch for water resistance like once a year, once every 6 months, just to make sure everything is fine. Because if it's not, then you have a little bit of a problem. You got to bring it in, So make sure you get it tested. That's another big do. Quartz watches. If you open them up and you do change a battery yourself, do not go anywhere near the little copper, orangey red, whatever it is. You'll notice it when it's first in there. That is such a critical part to a quartz watch. That's really what sends the pulses from the quartz crystal to the battery. If anything happens to that, your quartz watch is done. It's going to need a new, pretty much a new movement, new coil. Just don't ever do that. Like, don't ever, if you're going to change the battery yourself, fine. Just don't ever put anything near the quartz, that coil. Really, really bad idea. A crown with an exclamation point I put down also. The more you want to try to really operate the crown, like pushing and pulling, unscrewing and screwing, as less as possible, because that's really the engine of your watch. Like, if something happens with that, your entire watch is going to definitely need a complete movement servicing or anything like that, a new crown for sure. If you don't have to operate your crown, don't do it. If you do, fine, just do it as normal, but don't keep like pushing, pulling, screwing and unscrewing. It's a good way to have the the gaskets and the seals wear down over time, and obviously to have the crown break a little bit. let's see. So one of the do's I have here, we've talked about before, always make sure you do your research and you pay a fair price for the watch, whether it's new or old. And along with that one, obviously don't overpay. Ask a lot of questions about the watch. Does it come with a warranty? Does it come with boxes and papers? What's the service history on the watch? Any issues with the movement or anything else like that. Maybe even where's the watch located? Is it in a high humidity environment, low humidity environment? That's another thing. Any major scratches, dents that you want to know about. When's the last time it was serviced? How old is the watch? Can I take a look at inside of the movement or whatever? Those are all questions to really ask. Drew and I have learned this going back through the years. Ask a lot of questions. Those are huge dues. So pay your fair price. Do your research. Don't overpay. We've all been there and done that, but it costs you in the long run. You ask questions. Automatics were often enough to keep it moving. Okay, so with that one, what I mean is this, right? So my automatics, I got a great question from a viewer. His name is John. I'll give a big shout out to him. We're going to do, I thought we had done an episode on this. We're going to do an episode after our celebrity, what watch to do celebrity wear on Saturday. And we're going to do an episode on accuracy for you guys, whether I do it alone or he does it with me or whatever it is. So accuracy, I personally just reset my watches once they get to be a minute fast or whatever it is. I prefer my watches to run fast, of course. So John, we're going to do the episode for you, of course, and I'm hoping that my email helped answer all your questions, but we'll also do an episode for you. We always like to, do episodes for our viewers and things like that. And please keep sending in emails about, episode ideas. We'd love to do them. The thing with the do with automatics, wear them enough to just keep them moving. I would say, if you have a huge collection, you should really try to wear at least a watch a week or a watch every few days, just to keep the oils, keep everything lubricated, keep it going. When you leave a watch dormant for too long, it's not good. You want to keep it going. Usually the less watches you have, sometimes the better, because then that way you're able to just keep the rotation flowing. I mean, for me, I wear my Mito for around 12, 13 days, the Orient another 12 or 13 days, whatever it is, then I'll go to Citizen for 5 days, during the month. So yeah, just wear them long enough and things like that. One more big point I just thought about, actually, because I've faced this a lot, especially my job. When you do have a quartz watch and the battery does go out, please make sure that you change that battery as soon as possible. The longer that you leave it in there, the battery could corrode in the movement. Then you either need a whole new movement or throw the watch away, get a new one, whatever it is. So make sure that you take care of that. If you do have a quartz watch, just make sure that, changing the battery frequently once it goes out, whatever it is. Typically, batteries usually last 2 years, maybe even more. They say on average 2 to 5 years. It just depends on the watch, depends on the battery, depends on a lot of other stuff. So I think that I hit on all my points tonight that I wanted to hit on. I know Drew missed me so terribly dearly during the previous episode. I know he had Dave as his celebrity guest. But I wanted to add a whole hell lot of points that I know he missed on, watch do's and don'ts. I hope that I was able to help all of you guys out. If you have any specific questions or anything else like that regarding this or any other episodes, past, whatever it is, send us an email. We can answer through email. We'll answer it through an episode. It's not a problem at all. You guys know we love to interact with you. So on Saturday, we're going to be shooting our next episode. It'll be appropriate. We have Fight Night coming on Saturday. I'll tell you guys all about that for those of you who don't know. We'll be shooting from a special location. We were supposed to film from Cooperstown last time. We didn't. We filmed from the top of his car. That was the worst idea ever because it was so dark and I feel like you guys could barely hear us. I'm talking like a million miles a minute. I'm sure you probably maybe can't even understand what I'm saying right now. But yeah, so we're going to be filming from a cool location. You guys will like that. It'll be beautiful weather out. Ooh, maybe that's a hint. It's going to be outside. So we're going to do the watches that celebrities wear. After that, we will get to accuracy and things like that. So, as always, I hope that you guys personally enjoyed watching my 1,000,001 points of watch do's and don't. Again, this is the half to the episode before. I don't know if we're up to like 37. I don't even know what number we're up to. I was going to check it before I did this, but I didn't even care that much. So I'm going to upload this now, whatever, so you guys can see. Don't forget, please, like, subscribe, comment, do anything and everything. Even if you want to dislike our videos, it's fine. We get it. It's cool. Not everyone can like them. Any ideas that you guys have for future episodes, please send them in. We will absolutely do them. I think we're almost all caught up with everything except for the one with accuracy. We're going to take care of that one. And let's see what else. Yeah, also, the other thing that I want to throw out to you, I was just thinking about this before I did the episode. Without a doubt, send in pictures of you guys and your wristwatches. Send in pictures of your collection. We would love to show them, obviously with your permission, during the episodes and things like that. Like, send in your wristwatch shots. Send in your watch collection stuff. If you guys want us to critique your collection or see what you guys have, let us know. Can answer any questions about your collection. No question is bad. It doesn't even matter what it is. So keep sending in all the emails and everything else like that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So we'll catch you guys on Saturday. All right? Take care.